Today we're going to make a quick pizza with our own pizza base, okay? Really straightforward. All you need, it's for 2 pizzas, the recipe, so all you need is 750 grams of flour, okay? Before we start, is you need to have the dough hoop attachment on your food processor, or unless you need it by hand. So 750 grams of flour. Okay, that goes. We will need 14 grams of yeast and 450 milliliters of water. I found that it's much better for you to pre-mix the yeast with the water before putting it in a processor. So in it goes. Woohoo, look at that. Just and soap. That's pretty cool. Sorry. Anyway, you give it a good mix. I make my water always a little bit warm, not too hot, just to help the yeast dilute better. Give it a good mix. Straight in the processor. Then you can add salt and pepper to taste if you want to. Sorry, I forgot to get some salt and pepper out. So, salt and pepper to taste, a little bit of salt. Okay, probably need about sort of 5 to 10 grams of salt. Okay, a bit of pepper. I'm not sure if I mentioned that I use a mixture of red and black pepper together. It's a little bit more flavoursome, it smells different and it's not so pungent. And about 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Okay. All we have to do, let the can to do the work. This is what it should look like before. Okay, off it goes. And let him go. Hopefully you have amused yourself with the mess that I've made. You think one would learn by mistakes, you know, opening the door, opening the hatch whilst the processor's working, but hey, anyway. So this is one of the ideas of actually making the Annie's Food channel. It's all about real life and things happen when you cook in the kitchen. It's never perfect like they show on TV. So this is what we're all about, really. So anyway, the dough is now ready. It only takes literally 2-3 minutes, okay? So we had the dough in the processor for about 7 minutes now. I've got it all out, so that should look something like this. Okay, all I have to do is just put some flour on the worktop, okay, and just knead it for a couple of minutes. Just put it into a nice round shape. Okay. Right, fold it in. And I'm going to just fold it in a few times on itself. There we are. You feel it's nice and stringy, nice and nice. Okay, so all done. All I just do, put some olive oil on my hand, rub it in, have a little dough and a bit of oil, and put it in the bowl to prove. Because it's a quick one, probably for about half an hour. Okay, put it in, and I usually use a shower cap. You can use a cling film or foil or kitchen towel. I find they work really well. So cover it up and leave it to prove in a warm place for 30 minutes. Okay? Okay, whilst the dough is proving, what we're going to make is, well, I'm basically going to cut up the bits, they're going to go in a pizza. The base of a pizza, of course, is a tomato puree. Because today is a really quick recipe, we're going to use the one from the tube. But there will be a video coming up soon with a homemade pizza with a homemade tomato pizza base, which tastes so much better. But we're short on time, so here it goes. Okay, all we're going to put on our pizza today is basically some ham, some tomatoes, onion, some mushies, and I'm going to have some chilies, pickled chilies, and cheese. Of course, you can customize your pizza and put anything you want kicking around. But the recipe today will be for the basic tomato ham, cheese and onion pizza. Okay, so I'm going to get on with cutting that, and I'll tell you what to do later. Okay, so it has been about half an hour, and this is what we have. It's pretty much doubled in size. It really does help to have it under the cover, under the cling film or something. Makes it arrives a bit quicker. Because we oiled it, it's just gonna literally pop out. As easy as that. Okay, so don't forget my recipes for 2 pizzas. Look at that. Oh, he's done his job. Nice and airy. Okay, so all we have to do, purely because I'm making 2 pizzas, I'll cut it in 2. Okay, put one aside and roll it out. Technically, the traditional Italian pizza is actually made with the fingers, but this is a job for another day. As I mentioned earlier, today is a quick pizza recipe. So spread it out and roll it out to fit your baking tray. I have 2 already lined with the parchment paper. I just find it much easier than to get it out and dispose of it so it doesn't stick. It shouldn't stick anyway, but it's just much easier. So what we'll do, just roll it out 2 times. This is, by the way, a recipe for not a full thick pizza, but sort of between thin crust and a thick crust, okay? But if you want it really thin, you just roll out the dough a bit thinner, and there you go. Basically, roughly, this is what dough should look like. Okay? Peel it off. Wash your teeth. Okay, what I normally do, sorry if I just move you over here, I just still use the palms of my hand just to fit it in the size. You don't have to do this, but okay. That's done. And excuse me, trim the edges with the same pizza cutter. You don't have to do this, but it just looks a bit neater, a bit tidier. Okay. Here we are. Nice and square pizza. Voila. What we do next is we have the tomato puree. Squeeze it on. Okay. I use a little brush to spread it on. You can use a spoon if you want, it's absolutely fine. Not everybody is a big fan of that, so use as much or as little as you want. Okay. And then what you do after you finish, sprinkle all your bits, all the vegetables and whatever you have. I already chopped the tomatoes, we have the ham cut in the little cubes, squares, mushies, chilies and onion. So put them on in any quantities that you want, whatever you fancy. Put the cheese on top and put in the oven at 230 degrees, which I believe a gas mark 7. Okay, put it in for 10 to 12 minutes and we'll be done. Right, so the base is now done. Okay, we covered it in the tomato paste. What we do, I'll go with the onions first.